G'day guys, welcome to another episode of the Ranking Up series. We're kicking along. Last game we managed to pick up a fifth. I'll show you quickly on our spready. So yeah, 2 wins, then a fifth. Fifth didn't come with very many kills, which is a bit of a shame. I need to get my total kills up high early because I'm not going to get any later on. But yeah, so ranking's still in the section of the game where you just get ranked for trying. I wonder if it's worth, like, if you wanted to do pretty lazy ranking up, you could probably just go to, like, Zaki every game, loot it to hell, sit in the blue and heal up, and just get, 15ths with 0 kills constantly. And you'll probably end up ranking up actually surprisingly quickly. Didn't actually mean to jump out of the plane then, it was a little bit early. This guy scares me. Although I think they're going a bit too flat. Generally you want to be hitting the parachute open section at max speed, which is 234. Then you get the lowest drop before your parachute kicks off. I wouldn't mind just checking out if this garage has a car. I think it might have, but I thought the UAZ was safer, and now with this low-ass parachute, it wasn't actually very good. Don't use that as an example of how to parachute, boys and girls. I should definitely go for the kill here. Oh, what? There's a cheeky bit of teaming going on here, is there? A little cheeky bit of teaming. Hello. Very cheeky bit of teaming. Well. So it's not that uncommon for people to get into the cars of others in the early game. Sometimes you mute the things so that you don't have to listen to constant engine drone. But yeah, usually it happens when 2 guys just land on the same car. Not much you can do about that. But that one, it really felt like somebody pulled up and picked up his mate. That didn't feel like an organic. The second UAZ was trying to run over the guy I was trying to run over and ended up braking because he was worried about something, and the other guy got in the back seat. Nah, that was highly suspect. So there you go, a little bit of cheaty teams. For those of you who don't know, I'm not sure, who's into what and all this stuff, but it's a common, but I think illegal, certainly frowned upon, if not outright bannable tactic, is to queue up not in a duo, but in a solo, at the same time as somebody else, and then just check to see if you're in the game with them. So while you're hanging around in the game lobby, go to the same spot of the game lobby, see if you can see your mate, and then in the game, play as a team. So you obviously don't have the indication, like when you get in squads or duos where you can see where your teammates are. But, if you wear distinctive clothes, it's not hard to tell who's who. And it gives you a much bigger advantage over everyone else because no one else is in a team. Everyone else is solo. So if you have 2 guys working together, then, you're sharing loot, you're spotting for each other, you're doing all the sort of stuff that works really well in teams. The only thing you can't do is pick each other up. So, yeah, bit cheeky. It's not the end of the world. It's not literally the worst thing you can do. It's not the same as map hacking or whatever, but it's cheating. It's not It's not something you should ever do. So if you have that brilliant idea, it's not unique. In fact, it's just cheating and you're ruining the game for other people. Alrighty. What is that thing out in the middle of nowhere over there? It's just a rock. Okay. Reminds me of the sort of like a DayZ type thing where you used to get these like random tankers and stuff out in the middle of nowhere, or like DayZ Exile. Alright, so we're doing Zaki, partially because I talked about going to Zaki as a vague strategy, but also because of how the plane flew and all that stuff. I mean, it's, as I said, it's going to be a common theme in all my games. Going somewhere safe, looting up, just getting that automatic pass to top 30, top 20. That's definitely how you do it. In these early games, it's, I don't know, it's sort of like the stakes are a lot less high. If I lose a game badly in this at this sort of ranking, I basically don't lose ranking points. Very hard to lose ranking points at this low level. So in a sense, maybe you should go for it more, I don't know. But by the same token, like, you want to get up to where the games are meaningful. I don't really want to hang around in this level for ages, so, you know. I'm pretty happy to just try to win every game. If you're playing for ranking, that's sort of your life, you know? You do stuff that maybe is a little bit less cool than dropping school every game and trying to get 1 million kills. It's just not the most effective way to achieve your ranking goals. I feel like there's more ammo there. There indeed was. Probably is not actually that important to pick up. I've got all this 9mm ammo that I should have ditched as well. Just inefficient looting at a time where I actually spent quite a long time getting here. So that's a bit of a shame. Is that a car? The edge of hearing? Surely not. I probably asked this too much. It'd probably annoy people. Is that a car? But, you know, it's just life. You know, you have to be paranoid. Sometimes, even when you think it isn't a car, it is. So, when you think it might be, you just have to listen to the second. You have to listen to your gut. Scar is excellent. Love the Scar. Quick draws everywhere is vaguely annoying. I legit took that hollow sight just because the Scar icon came up. Definitely didn't need to. Red dots, not that useful. There's sort of an interesting question as to how much you want to spend time in the blue. Because I could actually, you know, like I'm about to get blued here. I don't have a huge amount of meds. Got some. I could really try and push to get into the blue, but honestly, probably end up with better meds if I stay, and less chance of dying, because the only chance of dying is really just getting mixed up when how much damage is going and not really noticing that you need to heal up. Whereas if I go into the circle, I can die from all manner of things. You just get shot from behind, shot when you're not paying attention. You can kill somebody and somebody else knows where you are and takes you out. You can just straight up lose fights. Pistol mags. So, very good armor. 2-3 is excellent armor. 2-3 meaning level 2 helmet, level 3 vest. Very good scopes, very good optics. Red dot's my favorite close range. And my, 4 times is my favorite long range. And I have an 8 times as well if I needed more long range. So that is definitely excellent. No barrel attachment for the Scar. That's something I'll be looking for with Gusto. What other things? Oh, I probably should take the bandages. Meds are okay. Well, they're pretty good, really. Go with pretty good. Just do this building. Yeah, 2 first aids and a med kit is very solid. And was it 4 boosts? 4 boosts is very good. No painkillers, but still 4 boosts is good. Got a ton of ammo. All looking pretty good, really. Stun grenades are literally useless. Never take stun grenades. They are extremely hard to get to work. Even when they work, people can still spray and pray or hide. You don't know whether or not they've worked, so if you charge in after them, you might end up with a rude surprise. They're far more useful in squads, where you can use them to throw at your mates in quiet times and try and get them massively flashed, which is very, very fun. Smoke grenades, I think, are just better in squads, full stop, because in squads people know where you are a lot more. Like if you're rolling around with 4 dudes, it's very hard to be concealed from everyone. Have all of your guys concealed from everyone. There's always one motherfucker who lets the team down. So in solos, it's much more easier to stay concealed. And if you're concealed, you don't really want to be popping smokes off left, right, and center. You want to just, be chill. SMG. You want to just be chill, hang around, sneak into the next zone, that sort of stuff. You don't really want to be in a position where you're popping smokes and announcing to the whole server, hey guys, I'm about to make a run for it. Which is sort of what smokes do. There's also just less reasons to flank, less angles that you need to take. Just, I personally think they are less useful. Maybe there are some times where, like maybe some of the final, like literally the one-on-one finals, it would be good to, like, somebody's got a tree, you can smoke them out. That is possibly a good time to have them use them. That's true. But I can't think of too many other situations where I'm that stoked about it, to be honest. Use this first aid here, as well as all the, like, I've just invested a lot into my healing. I'm not sure if that's the correct thing to do, actually, to be honest. But I was running out of space and I've done it now, so can't complain. There was also an ump there. I know I've talked about how much I like the ump. So was tempted a little bit to take it. It was a couple of buildings ago, or 1 building ago or something. But I think in the end I chose not to. Just because the Scar is perfectly good. I don't want to be giving up my favorite gun and being forced to use it as a single shot scoped weapon when I don't need to. I can just use it as my main brawling weapon, and I've got a 416 with a scope on it that's perfectly adequate. So given that setup is pretty fine, I think I'm just going to hold on to it. Gotta find a way to pick up this thing. That's easy. Just drop all that 9mm. And away we go. Alrighty, so second circle is coming up. We've done pretty well. Still don't have a barrel attachment for my SCAR. Barrel attachments are much more critical on assault rifles than they are on just about anything else. Because assault rifles are good damage, but they're hard to control. The ump, you can sort of get on top of the recoil pretty easily. If you're getting out recoiled by the ump, then you're probably doing something wrong. I think I've done this building. Let me check. Yep. Whereas the SCAR genuinely does kick around a lot more. It's usually enough that you can put it center mass and hold down the trigger, and you'll probably be able to hold on to it for long enough to at least get the kill. But there's no guarantee, and the barrel attachment makes a big difference on that. Like a flash hider even just makes the difference between reliably controllable spraying and really it being a bit of guesswork. So, and it also obviously hides flashes, which is very good for not being seen. A compensator does the compensating better, doesn't hide flashes, sure. Also very valuable, and suppressor is fine if you've got nothing else, because it does the concealing stuff very well. Although I do think it kind of lacks on the recoil department. All of that is kind of a long way of saying that a barrel attachment is very important, which is why I have these barrel attachments for other guns that I don't have. I don't need a second forex scope, do I? No. So that's gone. I didn't pick up a fuel can anywhere. Might be a mistake. Oh, it's not so bad. Here's an energy drink. I've got quite a ways to go. So I'll use this first aid and just try and get a good chunk of the distance done, and then decide from there whether I want to bandage up or how I want to play the next circle. Is it worth getting? No way out of my way. But fuel is a bit of an issue as well, so like I was thinking, is that a dacier for speed more than fuel? It just has that higher top speed, you can really zoom along with it, but it'll also have more fuel than the UAZ. Both those are useful. I think this is probably a worthwhile little diversion. Just get beyond this wheat field and then turn up into the hills. My favourite way of traversing this road, certainly coming the other way. It's not as vital coming back usually. Usually I'm pretty comfortable coming back via Georgia Bowl, but getting here is actually quite challenging sometimes. Alrighty. No, oh dearie me. I accidentally hit F there. What a bummer. I saw the tree a bit late and spammed on to go backwards to brake, and hit the jump out of car key. Well, that's an ignominious end. God, I hate doing that when I'm recording as well. Just makes me feel like a muppet. Sigh. Rank 27, kills 0. It's in the spready. Can't do anything about it now. And I'll see you guys in the next game. GG.